G'day punters, how you going? Kenny M here. Been a little bit since the last video. It's a bit of a breakout. Another adventure coming up. Yeah, epic adventure. So I'm going to do a bit of work up the front here. Wow. If you watch through this video, you'll see. I still haven't got my custom grill yet. Dropped into the fabricator this last week. So asked how it was going, and typical fashion, fabricator's too busy doing other stuff. Now this is only a small job for them, and he's promised me he'll get it done. Bull bar's coming off. I've already disconnected all the winch electrical, and I've unplugged the spotlights and the LED light bar and the spotlight. So at the moment I'm just going to pull off the spotlights and stuff. We're in a Saturday afternoon, so that's all I'm going to do today. So it'll be a stark contrast between now, what happens after the bull bar's off, and thereafter. Lightforce light bar, just held on by a couple of little Allen key bolts here, so I'm just going to undo those, and the Lightforce spotlights just by a Nylock nut underneath the mounting brackets, just in under here. It's a very simple job. Spotlights off. Next job is to take the wiring out from the floodlights and the blinkers and the parkers. What I ripped off so far: the two Lightforce spotlights, the LED bar Lightforce, keeping that by the way. Still looking for the M8 Nylock nut, Bluetooth controller and solenoid pack with all the loom. So as I mentioned earlier, the whole bull bar's been disconnected. Brand new day. Yeah, back into it again. Got some tools ready. About to unplug these lights up the front here, blinkers and DSL. So we'll get into that. Once I've done that, then I can start doing bolts. That's the wiring done. That's blinkers. That's the DSL and floodlight. A bunch there. There's only one plug I haven't undone. Comes from a genuine Toyota. Loom up here, right up there. I'll do that when I get the bar off so I can get better access. So now I'm going to get into the bolts. I think I've undone all the bolts this side. One that goes all the way through there, 17mm. 3 other 17mm to this side, one on the other side of the top, 15mm, which is just above this tube here, and bolts up part of the old tie down, original tie down point for the Toyota. On the other side now with the recovery point, it's coming off as well. I'm taking a little bit more off than I planned. Bottom radiator cover. I've done that so I can get this bar off, so I can get the recovery point off, crowbar, just to try and lever it off. Helps when you undo all the bolts. It wasn't as hard as it made out to be. I was just hiding that bolt on me. Still haven't found that M8 nut that I dropped down in here last night, but the bull bar's loose. I think you'll see it on the mount here. So I need to get Muscle Boss to come out here and give me a hand and see if we can get this off, shake it off. Oh, the boss gave me a hand there. It's good. Be able to give this radiator condenser a bit of a clean while it's here. Got to straighten up some of the fins in the transmission cooler again. There's that plug I need to get to. Bring it back when I've tidied up. Yes, you're right. Probably shouldn't be pressure cleaning front end cooler areas with a high pressure velocity nose, but I'm sitting back a fair way, and I don't know if you can see it, but I mean that's the air conditioning condenser that I'm trying to wash out, and there's actually dirty water coming out, so I'm waiting till that sort of comes clean before I stop again. I did use the high pressure in closer on solid parts, certainly not the cooler or the condenser. Right, yeah, I'm not going to bore you with me straightening out these condenser fins, coolant fins. So that's the end of this part of this video. Let's see what happens now. No, I didn't leave it the way it was. There's a bit of surface rust around some of the weld joints and stuff, so I've just touched it up with some black cool rust paint on stuff. There's a couple of brackets under here as well. Yeah, a bit of light in you. BAW Automotive, Unit 1, 477, I think it's Newton Road, G-Bung, in for the Bullbar. Anyhow, we'll have a look when they finished it. Back to collect the Landcruiser. Bit of signage here from BAW. Their 4-gear representative stuff that they deal with. Give you a better look at the bar soon, eh? Been a little while since the last bit of vision in this video, and I mentioned somewhere along the line that I'd give you a bit of a closer look at this bar, Offroad Creative. It's for 70 series. Pre-DPF airbag stuff up the front. Whatever else they do. They mentioned that it's 49 kilos, that's without winch. I assume that's with the standard lights that come with it and without the hoop. Bash bar and recovery points. Recovery points are supposedly designed for soft shackles. I can't find any information on what they're rated to. I assume it's going to be enough to pull this Landcruiser. And the bash plate, it's a 2.5mm, and these come in standard black, and same at the bar, a little bit extra for your supplier or whoever fits it for you to paint it up. I got it the 8H6 Toyota colour, the original colour for this cruiser. I've got a carbon fibre winch. They give a couple of options for that. The bash plate and mounting is all suitable for the carbon fibre. They don't warrant that it's suitable for any other type of winch. I've got a 15,000 pound winch in there. Baja LED light, I think it's 35 inch, they're out of USA. It's combination flood and spotlight, and some more Baja Squadron wide cornering lights, they call them, on the side. Hoop is an additional extra. The little tabs on the top are a little bit extra. Good design feature, I think, is like if you run a coaxial cable, you can run it down inside the hoop, down and through the bar, run it up the back. I've mentioned that already. Did have a thought about that. The only negative to that would be if dirt and crap get in down through that hole, the hole in the plate of the bar is probably only about an inch, I suppose, 25mm, so there's a bit of plate still sitting there, so there'll be a bit of dirt and crap that accumulate in that vicinity. Well, that's about it. If you want to know more about this bar and the accessories, drop a comment in. Otherwise, go to the Offroad Creative website and have a look. Some of you may be asking, and it's probably a very good question, why am I doing this? Why am I going to all this additional work and expense? Have you been following my channel? You know, I've got the AB60 transmission upgrade. I've recently changed over the front mount transmission cooler because the one that was installed there was a tube and fin. This is a stacked plate one, 13 plates, 45,000 BTU PDI one. Came with a custom bracket. There's a video on this. Go have a look if you're interested in that. Why? Why am I doing it? I am concerned about making sure that the intake temperature, the coolant temperature and the transmission temperature are all under control. And on a trip I did not too long after the AB60 installed, towing the AOR Matrix up to Agnes Water, which is only a little bit north of here, 130 k's. I got the transmission temperature up to, I think it was about 103, something like that, and specs with wholesale automatics are 50 to 110 is safe, and I wasn't giving it a hard time. So I'm going to give it a hard time in the next 3-4 months. Yeah, hang around for that. There's videos out on that as well. And in 2026 I'm going to give it even a more hard time. I'm going to give it a flogging, royal flogging. So I want to make sure I'm getting as much airflow and cooling happening up the front as I can. And like probably most 79s, I've got transmission cooler, intercooler, air conditioning condenser, then radiator. So there's 4 lots of cooling stuff up the front there. It's a little bit unusual. Removing the spotlights and the winch controller from up the front improves the airflow into the front as well. So that's why I'm doing this. This is the 3rd step, I think, in the transmission cooling sort of series, so to speak. And I talked about that a little while ago when I did the AB60 upgrade. I put in the large capacity pan in the AB60, so there's more oil. I've improved the transmission cooler from what was installed significantly. Now I'm going to increase the airflow that goes into the front by removing any restrictions that were up front.